We have scoured the cosmic web that is the pro gaming scene, covering 118 billion hours of playtime occurring in 214 countries and regions between October 2020 and now. Here's why some countries are better at gaming than others, and at the end we will be crowning the kings of the gaming world. But first, let's speak about a few of the different types of gaming, starting with mobile gaming, the rapidly expanding frontier of the gaming universe. With the surge in smartphone users and the rollout of high-speed internet services, mobile gaming has exploded onto the scene. But which regions are leading the charge? China, Japan, the US, South Korea, and Canada emerge as the key players in the mobile gaming arena. China in particular takes the crown with a whopping $29 billion market value in 2021 alone. Here we thought Candy Crush players were obsessed.
Oh, okay. I've been playing some games lately. Like I got Magic 2014, and I fucking been playing Angry Birds, and I've been playing Candy Crush a little bit. But I mean, that was only like $10. I don't know how it's that much.
Shifting gears to PC gaming, it's clear that China dominates the space as well. Commanding a whopping 30% of the global market size, the precision and control offered by PC platforms make them unbeatable, attracting gamers from all corners of the globe. PC gamers are known for their precision and quick reflexes, making the platform unbeatable for competitive gaming. As the saying goes, a good console player will always beat a bad PC gamer, but a good PC gamer will always beat the best console players. So now moving on to Esports. It's in the fame, the realm where gaming prowess meets competitive spirit. But which countries foster the best esports talents? According to our research, China, the USA, South Korea, Denmark, and Russia have emerged as the heavyweights in the world of esports. China leads the pack with its sheer number of high-earning competitors and tournament victories, solidifying its status as an esports powerhouse. One notable remark is Denmark. Why is Scandinavia so strong at esports? Scandinavia is a region with high living standards and great infrastructure. Availability is one key factor. Computers and video games have been common in almost every home for ages. Console gaming has been a staple of the gaming industry for decades, captivating players of all ages. But how does it fare on the global stage? Our latest online gaming statistics reveal that consoles remain a popular choice among gamers worldwide, especially among children aged 3 to 15. With the rise of online multiplayer experiences, consoles continue to bridge the gap between players across continents. Virtual reality, the gateway to the future of gaming experiences. But which countries embrace VR gaming the most? Surprisingly, Vietnam and Thailand have emerged as rising stars in the world of VR gaming, with a significant growth in adoption rate in recent years. However, it's China that leads the pack, driving innovation and adoption in the AR and VR market. Yeah, we know there's a trend. Last but not least, let's talk about Nintendo Switch gaming, home to iconic titles like The Legend of Zelda and Mario Kart. Where does the heart of the competitive scene lie? While the US hosts the most international competitions, it's Japan where it all began. The Super Smash Bros. Series has captured the hearts of gamers worldwide, uniting them in fierce battles of skill and strategy.
It all started back in 2002, see, with the Super Smash Bros. For the GameCube. But the competitive scene has roots dating even further back to 1999, see, with the original Smash Bros. On the Nintendo 64, see.
Over the years, organized tournaments have expanded to include various titles in the series, with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Melee for the Nintendo Switch reigning as the largest and most popular scenes at the moment. While smaller communities exist for the original game and fan modifications like Project M for Super Smash Bros. Brawl on the Wii, they have garnered their own dedicated following. Major tournaments such as Genesis, Evolution Championship Series, or EVO, Super Smash Con, and the Big House Annual Series serve as epic battlegrounds where players showcase their skills and compete for glory. So why are some regions better than others? When it comes to determining which regions reign supreme in the world of gaming, it's not just about the number of players or revenue generated. There are various factors at play that contribute to a region's dominance in gaming. But in terms of revenue, the top 10 markets and countries in 2022 were the United States, China, Japan, South Korea, Germany, the UK, France, Canada, Italy, and Brazil. And while the US led the pack with an impressive $46.4 billion in revenue, China stood out with the highest player count, boasting a staggering 696.5 million players. And now down to skill rankings. Now we understand that you can't compare PvP games with games like Tetris, so we've sorted out the rankings into a few main categories. In online FPS games, for example Call of Duty and Battlefield, it is of course the US that reigns supreme, which kinda makes sense, because, well, guns. They pretty much dominate the scene in terms of population and performance. In the world of sports games, it's a Europe-dominated top 5, with Norway leading the pack above the UK and Finland. Football is obviously a huge part of every European's life, and this translates to the world of gaming too. FIFA and Football Manager are favorites in this scene, but this category includes everything from Rocket League to WWE wrestling. Over in the fighting department, again rather unsurprisingly, Japan takes home the crown. This is largely in part to popular Japanese fighting titles made by the legendary companies Bandai Namco and Capcom. Notable examples include Tekken and Street Fighter respectively. However, when it comes down to performance per game on a per-player basis, it is the Scandinavians that come out on top once again, with Finland taking home #1 spot. I guess there isn't much else to do there besides gaming and eating pickled herring. So what sets these regions apart and makes them conducive to gaming success? Much like in traditional sports, regions with a robust grassroots system for nurturing talent tend to excel. Let's take the analogy of cricket in India, where the sport is deeply ingrained in the culture. Kids play cricket everywhere, in schools, streets, parks, honing their skills from a very young age. The cream of the crop rise through the ranks, from local academies to lower-level professional teams, all the way to the prestigious Indian Premier League, or IPL, and the national team. The same principle applies to esports. Regions with a thriving internet cafe culture often produce top esports players. These cafes serve as hubs where young enthusiasts gather to play, learn from others, and participate in organized competitions. This communal environment fosters skill development and provides access to games and hardware that might be otherwise out of reach. Access to fast, affordable internet and inexpensive hardware is crucial for esports to flourish. In regions where even basic gaming equipment is prohibitively expensive, aspiring players face significant barriers to entry. Regions with widespread internet access and affordable hardware create fertile ground for esports growth. Another key factor is the success of a region's esports scene. A region with a history of producing top teams and players generates excitement and interest among other aspiring gamers. Having local role models to look up to inspires others to pursue their gaming dreams. On the flip side, regions lacking notable esports achievements may struggle to cultivate talent due to a lack of inspiration and support. Ultimately, the landscape of gaming dominance is shaped by a few variables, from cultural attitudes towards gaming to infrastructure and accessibility. While some regions may have a larger player base or higher revenue, it's the presence of a supportive ecosystem that truly propels a region to the top of the gaming hierarchy. So that's the tour of global gaming dominance across different regions. Whether you're a mobile maven, a PC prodigy, or an esports enthusiast, there's a thriving gaming community waiting for you around the world. Don't forget to cross your T's and square your I's.